What's up? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling this afternoon? It's cold out here, let me tell you for sure. But we got to get into the situation. What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? Peep Squad is in the building. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about your girl, Wendy Williams. Let's talk about Mr. Kevin Hunter. It is going down in this situation for real, for real. It seems like Kevin Hunter probably was not able, allegedly, to actually get a lot of money in his divorce settlement with Wendy Williams, but now he is coming back, baby, and he's coming for his monte. He's coming for everything that he did not get in the divorce against the production company, baby. He's really filing a lawsuit against Debmar-Mercury for wrongful termination, and he wants up to $7 million and more. Kevin Hunter's out here in these streets, so I'm gonna get paid one way or another. And then on top of that situation, you guys heard that Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter are cool again. They're talking. Their relationship is not horrible as the divorce was. And it seems like, Kevin Hunter may have some luck on his side, because since him and Wendy are on good terms, he's filing this lawsuit. So is he going to get Wendy Williams in the courtroom to testify that he was wrongfully terminated? Like, what's going on? Is his son going to be in the courtroom saying, yes, he witnessed his father being wrongfully terminated, and his mother has said that to him as well? Because Kevin Hunter Jr. is a power of her attorney. So we shall see how this situation is going to pan out. But he wants his money, and he wants his money now. And also, Kevin Hunter don't want none of them to be using any of his concepts at all. So therefore, he's saying he doesn't want Sherri Shepherd to use any of his concept, his ideas of how he created the Wendy Williams show, and basically feels that in the lawsuit that they're going to use some of Wendy's format for the Sherri Shepherd show, which is going to start in fall or whatever, June blazing the 3rd. But he's saying don't use none of my intellectual properties to benefit her show, because he created the concept and the look and the design, and he wants part of that money too as well, because basically they're acting like they're gonna get something free from him, and that ain't gonna happen. And also, he feels like he was wrongfully terminated because of his marital status with Wendy Williams. So therefore, it looks like the table has turned, and Kevin Hunter's out here playing chess. Some people telling him to get a job, but Kevin Hunter's basically telling you his job was Wendy Williams and the Wendy Williams show and a production company and the creative idea behind the show. So therefore, he's coming for his monte, because he didn't get much in the divorce settlement at all. He can have his Ferraris and his Rolls Royce and his Rolex watch, and he sold some of the marital property, you know what I mean? But that ain't all. Wendy got to keep the money in the bank account. She got to keep the cash, the cheddar, because he cheated. So he messed up. He was in Jersey, and even though they didn't have a prenuptial agreement, one thing that did help Wendy in the situation is that he cheated and fathered a child. So therefore, she didn't really have to prove much. So she got to keep everything, because he could have got half of that $40 million allegedly. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I was like, OMG, it is going down. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up, my peeps, my peoples? What's up? Yes. Hey, what's up, Ralph? How you doing? Yeah, it's cold. It's freezing out here. But he did get good money. He did definitely did get good money. But eventually, like he believes that he deserved more. And he also states that, he represented Wendy. He was her manager, he was her partner, and therefore he was obligated to 10% of everything that she made, and especially when it comes to Debmar-Mercury, production company. They owe him money. So that's why he's suing them. And they said, they're suing him because he's suing them because they wrongfully terminated him. So therefore he's using, a protective class basically in New York. So it seems like when Kevin Hunter, he ain't playing with this situation, because he filed the complaint, and he filed the complaint in just about enough of time too, as well, when it comes to, filing his complaint and his lawsuit against Debmar-Mercury, because, he was out. He kind of, statute of limitations could have kind of ran out on the situation. But in any event, he filed his complaint he filed his complaint with the commission. And basically I was like, okay, Mr. Kevin Hunter. So once he filed his complaint, it was just, he's in the running to actually get some money, for real. So he filed his complaint with the commission within 1 year, or the last alleged act of discrimination. So therefore that's one part of the situation that makes you credible to file this actual lawsuit. But basically he's filing a lawsuit under protected class under the human rights law in New York. So therefore, he did exactly what he's supposed to do. And now that he allegedly may have Wendy on his side to testify for him, he really got maybe some bearings in this lawsuit, because the New York City human right law titles code that prohibits discrimination in New York if an employee housing and public accommodation protected class in these areas are noted below. The New York City human rights law also protects against discrimination, lending practices, and also retaliation, discrimination, harassment, and bias-based profiling by law enforcement. And also a complaint must be filed with the commission within 1 year of the alleged act of discrimination. And so therefore a year has passed, because he was fired in 2019. So, but in any event, they give you more clauses to actually file in this complaint with the New York City human rights, and the other part was, or 3 years for a case involving gender-based harassment. That alleged act of discrimination must have taken place within or have significant connection to New York City for the complaint to be filed with their commission. And so therefore he's right in the line as far as 3 years, after involving a gender-based harassment case. And so therefore he was terminated in 2019, and he filed February 28 of 2022, which leaves him time to basically fit in his complaint. So I was like, okay. And then under the protected class, under the human rights law, is basically gender identity, marital status, and partnership status. So therefore, it seems like he got a case out here in these streets when it comes to Kevin Hunter. I was like, OMG. So we shall see what is actually going to happen in this situation. It seems like he has some bearings, and actually the lawsuit, the complaint went through, and he wants more than $7 million. I was like, MG, like, this is crazy. So therefore, it makes sense that people are saying that Wendy might be suing the network, basically for termination of her job, because she doesn't feel like she should have been fired. Allegedly, this is coming from, publications and things of that nature. But now you see Kevin Hunter filing a lawsuit against, Debmar-Mercury. So therefore, that's the same company that, employed Wendy Williams and fired her at the same time. And he's saying that he was wrongfully terminated because they were going through a divorce. And now he has the golden goose standing next to him. So he may really have a case in this situation. And also Kevin Hunter says that he suffered from the firing, that he suffered economic loss, which, will be determined at trial, and the range of $10 to $7 million. I was like, okay. So what y'all think about that situation? You think Kevin Hunter's going to get some money? You think he's going to get something? I know this is crazy. You what you want about Kevin Hunter, but he's a smart man. He's playing chess, baby. He's playing chess. He hit at the right time with this lawsuit. So we shall see how everything is going to pan out. But he hit right in between the statutes, the limitations, and all the rules and regulations for you to actually file a complaint. And now Wendy's on his side, and then also his son is power of attorney, so he basically is working on Wendy's behalf, and they all got a good relationship. So therefore Wendy might feel a certain type of way that Debmar-Mercury fired her and basically put Sherri Shepherd, in her place. You know what I'm saying? And the reports are saying allegedly that Wendy's feeling a certain type of way about Sherri Shepherd actually taking over, and she felt backstabbed by the situation because she thought that she was just going to be guest hosting for Wendy, not actually get her own deal, her own time slot, and her own show, and probably using some of Wendy Williams' format, and also using her to promote the Wendy Williams show and her fan base, which is going to switch over to Sherri Shepherd's show. So Wendy could be feeling a certain type of way that she's betrayed and may go against Debmar-Mercury and testify and be a witness and actually prove Kevin Hunter's case. And Wendy might say that she felt that she could not go on, as her duties on the Wendy Williams show if she didn't get rid of her husband, because that was a rumor as well that Wendy did not want to leave Kevin Hunter, but she was forced to because of her contract and also morality clauses. And also it was a bad look for the network to have Kevin Hunter out here with another woman, you know what I'm saying, and have a baby with her, have a house and all this other stuff. Not supposed to be a husband. She's supposed to be talking about gossip. She's supposed to be this tough, strong lady giving advice to everybody, and then her life is in ruins and she's still staying with this man, when Wendy Williams said plenty of times, if he ain't no good, leave him, girl, move on. And it basically takes credibility away from Wendy Williams' show. So it could be possible, and Wendy could testify to all this and say, "Yep, they forced me because they took her job. They took her job." So what you guys think about that situation? Oh, baby, there's a lot going on. Let's see if Wendy's able to actually testify if that's the situation, because we're not still 100% that Wendy is actually got all her bearings and everything, because she's having all these lawsuits going on, allegedly, with the bank, with Wells Fargo, and then also firing her staff. And is the possibilities of rumors that Wendy Williams is going to sue the network for wrongful termination as well. And, she's going behind what Chris Cuomo is doing, and maybe suing for 60 million. Now you got Kevin Hunter hitting them. And now that Kevin Hunter has may have allegedly have access to Wendy Williams' money that is not tied up, you know what I mean? He can have the best legal defense, the best legal team, because his son is the power of attorney over his mother. So if he can't control some of the accounts, I wonder if he can control other accounts, or are people going to take whatever Kevin says or his son or Kevin Hunter Jr. says as credit, because they're going to eventually get the access to Wendy Williams' money. Right now it's being on hold, but we don't know how much, if it's all of it. So, people might, Kevin Hunter could really fight this legal case. And Wendy got money to fight a legal case too as well. It's not like they broke like that. It's not like people don't know how much Wendy Williams was worth when she divorced Kevin Hunter, which was $40 million, and making $10 to $15 million a year. That's a lot of money, and all her other things that she do, her jewelry line. So they may have money to actually fight back, if Wendy's upset, because we don't know if Wendy's upset about Sherri Shepherd taking her spot. We don't know if she's really upset about Debmar-Mercury firing her. We don't know, but it's been reported, because we don't know if Wendy's all the way here, all the way together and everything. But if she is, we don't know for sure, because she ain't spoke. So is the reason why Kevin Hunter and Wendy Williams are not speaking is because they got lawsuits going on, baby. Wendy's about to file a lawsuit against Debmar-Mercury. She about to sue them for wrongful termination, and she about to cancel the show. She about to bankrupt the show, and we ain't gonna never see a Sherri Shepherd show. You know what I mean? The production company will be out, and people might not want to work with Debmar-Mercury. It all depends on how they're in this Hollywood triangle, how far up the ladder they are, because you need insurance. Insurance is what it is. So what y'all think? Tell me. Let me know your opinion, your thoughts on the situation. Hey Lorraine, how you doing? What's going on? So we shall see, y'all. We shall see. This is going to get interesting. We shall see. And also, continuing on with Kevin Hunter and his lawsuit, Kevin Hunter is saying some things as well, that he feels like he's owed money. Kevin Hunter says that he was executive producer of the show from November of 2007 to April of 2019. And the document Hunter that filed his claim basically is saying he's contractually obligated to 10% of commission of revenue. And also he mentioned his responsibilities as for Wendy Williams, that one of his responsibility and his duties involved creating of the show brand and the look and feel of the show, helping the concept, the widely popular topics that Wendy has, which is Hot Topic, Shoe Cam, and Hot Seat segments of the Wendy Williams show. So Kevin Hunter is saying that he helped create these concepts, and also he basically made it Wendy's own with his ideas as well. So he's part of that Monte, and he's basically saying the production company and whoever's getting paid owe him some money, and he's also don't want these ideas, allegedly may not want these ideas, but if these ideas are going to be used for the Sherri Shepherd show, allegedly, he wants some money from it because they're making money off of his ideas and everything of that nature. So he's saying he was robbed, and it seems like Kevin Hunter is coming back and saying, oh, y'all got rid of me, y'all made Wendy fire me, y'all did all that, you know what I'm saying? But look, I'm coming back and I'm suing, and also on top of that, I got a case. Maybe he got a case. If they use any of Wendy Williams' concept for the new Sherri Shepherd show, Shoe Cam, Hot Topics, Hot Seat segments, should Kevin Hunter get a part of that money? Should Wendy Williams get a part of that money? Because he was her manager. He was executive producer of the show. You know what I mean? And Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter had their own production company as well, which Wendy got to keep, but and the divorce settlement, but she had to pay him some revenue for that money as well. So y'all tell me what y'all think. A lot of people saying that he want that $1 million insurance to increase it, that Wendy Williams, wanted to keep, in the divorce settlement, basically pay his health care, and also a life insurance policy on herself, whether she passes away before him, that he receives $1 million. But also with that, she can either subtract from that amount of $1 million, or I wonder if she can add money onto that $1 million. So people saying, oh, he's trying to get that money. Like, $1 million, that's a lot of money for me, but where he comes from, that's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? But, so you guys tell me what you think about this situation. This is crazy. And also Kevin Hunter stated in his legal documents, in his papers that he filed, that he's suing for punitive damages as well, lost wages, commission. He's also asking for costs and fees for the proceedings, including legal fees as well. So he wants his legal fees paid. In a divorce, he had to pay his own legal fees. But in any event, it seems like he's saying that the defendant, which is Debmar-Mercury, that fired him, they underestimated the plaintiff value to the show, because since he's been away, Wendy has been taking vacations. There's been a whole lot going on. She wasn't appearing on the show. So basically, Kevin Hunter's talking about, when he was there, y'all underestimated me, that y'all don't know how to deal with Wendy. Y'all don't know Wendy. Y'all don't know this. Y'all don't know that, or whatever the case is. But he's saying since he's left, the show has went down in value. Okay, so you talk about he think he know it all, baby. He his personality is in the lawsuit. He's like, the show ain't been good since I left. Oh man. He's going all the way reckless on the situation. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Kevin Hunter wasn't someone that wasn't involved. And, also Kevin Hunter states in this lawsuit, and his court filing papers that he is the one that made sure Debmar-Mercury paid Wendy the money that she deserved, because he's saying he negotiated a significant financial increase from the initial contract that Wendy signed with the production company, that he negotiated a real high increase. Wendy Williams, I think, gets 55,000 an episode, or maybe more than that, but altogether she was supposed to be getting 10 million a year, or some say 15 million a year. What did they initially offer her? That's what I'm not sure about. But if he negotiated, 10 extra mil, 5 extra mil, 6 extra mil, that's a good contract negotiator. And we shall see what's going to happen. Also, they say Wendy Williams has a podcast coming out. I don't know if you guys believe that she has a podcast coming out or whatever the case is, but we don't know what actually going on with Wendy Williams when it comes to her mental capabilities, because there's so many different sources saying this, saying that about her, people close to her, the production company, allegedly people, staffers saying that Wendy doesn't have the spark anymore. She barely recognizes people. She can't feed herself. So you got all these stories coming out. So we shall see. But in any event, it seems like Kevin Hunter has control over the situation, whereas it comes to Wendy and it comes to her bank account, because it's alleged that he is actually supporting his son and helping his son fight against the company that fired him. So you think Kevin Hunter is not going to jump into, this legal situation with Debmar-Mercury? He probably got a bone to pick, baby. And he's coming for revenge as well, because they fired him and now he got Wendy. And he's probably saying all this meltdown and everything that you see, and Wendy not showing up to work and Wendy not doing this, that would have never happened if I was still there. You guys underestimated who I was and how I was so special to Wendy. Y'all didn't understand the love that she had for me, the dedication that whatever I say she gonna do, she gonna pick it up and she gonna keep running to me and do what I say. And you taking me out of the picture only F yourself at the end of the day. And I'm coming for my money. Lord have mercy. I don't know what to say. Like, this is crazy. I just hope, there's God protecting, Wendy Williams, Hollywood no good. I hope she doesn't lose her mind. I know. Especially Monique Hill. Like, for real. Like, this is, so this is where Kevin Hunter stands at, and it might be possible that he might even win this lawsuit. It might be possible. And then on top of that, him shading, Sherri Shepherd, basically saying he want to get paid if they're going to use any of his concepts from the Wendy Williams show. And if that's the case, if he wants to get paid, that means Wendy Williams can get paid too as well. So how much residuals is owed to Wendy Williams, and was she getting paid while she was out on sick leave as well? So that's another situation, because you don't get that much sick time. You know what I mean? 7 months is a whole lot of time for you not to be showing up at work. 7 months, I can't even imagine not coming to work for 7 months. There is no job. There is no nothing. But Kevin Hunter won his money, and if Wendy's gonna sue, it's gonna be a showdown. It's gonna be definitely a showdown. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. If you want to call in and tell me your thoughts on the situation with Kevin Hunter filing his $7 million lawsuit against the production company that employed him, and he employed them at the same time, at the same situation. So at the end of the day, is Kevin Hunter going to come out on top in this situation? So y'all tell me what y'all think. I think, did I put the phone number on the screen? Let me see. Kevin was sitting there waiting in the back, baby. He was in the back. He was waiting in the back. Definitely waiting in the back, and now he decides to attack. And then he has Wendy under his fingernail now. And if he don't, he has her partially, but he still got control of the money. If their son is power of attorney for Wendy Williams, it's going to be soon, where they go to court, and the son is going to actually have control of the account, because if she and her sound mind made him power of attorney dating back to certain dates, the son is eventually going to have access to the accounts. So, and plus Kevin Hunter can put a lot on credit. Hey Norris, how you doing? What's going on? Hey Lorraine. Hey Prosperity B, what's going on? Yes, he's up to something. Yes, he's definitely up to something. He's definitely gonna get his money. He's definitely trying to get some money. He's definitely trying to put pressure on the situation. Who knows? The production company Debmar-Mercury might come out and say, you know what, we're still holding out for Wendy. We don't know. If they actually have Barron in this situation, he sues and Wendy sues for wrongful termination, just like Chris Cuomo. So we shall see how this is going to pan out. They're going to double sue. They're going to be ride or die to the end. Is Kevin Hunter going to get everything he asked for in the beginning and he's going to get it now? Is he getting his revenge on the network, Hollywood? And is he getting his revenge on Wendy Williams as well? Or is he actually in her corner and protecting her, that therefore her money, her residuals, her portfolio, and everything that she invested in, and all the things that she's supposed to receive a back end from or residuals, that his son is going to get it. In return, the son is going to take care of his father. We all know that situation. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Monique. I'm calling from California.
Hey, Monique, how you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. What is your thoughts on the situation where Kevin Hunter is suing the production company?
Oh, I got a delay over here. Girl, this is Hollywood at its finest. I just feel sorry for Wendy because she's being used, all four corners. You know what I'm saying? Her publicist, and she has to fire these people, and now he's talking about she crazy and stuff, and the bank won't let her have her own money. You know, and I'm looking at my other phone at his face. It's like it's crook all over his face. You know what I'm saying? He the crook. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for her son. And I'm glad that he has a power of attorney over his mother because, you know, her junior. I mean, junior, whatever. What's his name? Kevin Junior.
Yes. Yep, Kevin Junior.
He's in a situation where he probably love his dad and plus he love his mom, but the situation is like this. Wendy has done a lot for everybody in her family and all this other kind of stuff, but that woman she's going through something, and I feel kind of bad for her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when she was married, he was cheating on her with this side chick or whatever, his slide. So now he want to come in and trying to take a hold of that. I just don't feel as though, he's doing her no justice. You know what I'm saying? But yet still, that's the only closest thing she has beside her son. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I was just calling to say that, daughter. And I love your live. You have me cracking up sometimes.
Oh, thank you so much. I got a quick question for you. What do you think about, Kevin Hunter saying that if any of the concepts, partially saying any of the concepts from the Wendy Williams show being used for the Sherri Shepherd show, he wants money from that, allegedly?
I don't blame them. That's their concept. They created that. Absolutely. I agree with that part right there. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
And Sherri with that dry wig. Look at her. Oh my God. You ain't got no girl spray on it.
You're so bad.
Bye, Mary Jane.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Yo, look, that's a Wendy Williams fan right there. Before she hung up, she dragged Sherri. That's something that Wendy will do. So, does anyone? Kevin said that coin is his, girl. He did. That coin is his, and he got the golden goose right next to him. So, someone said in the comment that, I think it was Paul, that Wendy. No, not this. Someone said that Kevin Hunter has Wendy doing this, but we shall see. We shall see how it's going to pan out in this whole situation. Kevin Hunter's coming for his coin. Where he didn't get, he's basically trying to receive it now, and he meets all the criteria. Let's see if it's going to be what it's going to be, because it seems like, when where, you know, the rumors out here is allegedly that Wendy did this. Wendy did this in front of the studio people when they came to record. She was in her birthday suit. She was patting and touching and all this other things and talking about, you know, everything that's going on with her. You know, he will be the one to know if he's not releasing that information, if the production company Debmar-Mercury or the staff and things of that nature are releasing negative stories about Wendy Williams, he will be the one to know if these stories are actually true. That's on the outside of Wendy and all the people that's involved. So, you know, it seems like he's ready to fight. Hopefully he's really fighting for Wendy and Wendy's son, that, you know, they get all the money and you know, they're not robbed and things of that nature, and whatever's owed to them they get. Hopefully he's on that situation and that type of time, but he could also be on that time where he's about to get what he didn't get before, you know. So we shall see. And also I was thinking, what if Wendy Williams is okay and then this podcast deal, because allegedly Kevin in a lawsuit said he negotiated all her deals and make sure they had a significant amount of increase. What if this new podcast deal that's allegedly, that we don't know if it's true or not? What if, you know, Kevin Hunter's on the show too? What if Sharina Hudson is on the show with Wendy? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, can this podcast deal actually be pulled off? We shall see. I guess we won't know if Wendy, until Wendy shows up to court and testify in something. If she testified with the lawsuit going on with Wells Fargo or the lawsuit that's going on with Kevin Hunter, and then Wendy may allegedly have a lawsuit against the production company, because these are all rumors. Kevin Hunter's the only one that really know if the shit that's coming out here is true or not. And so he's suing, but he ain't saying anything about that. But it's a shitstorm that's about to hit the fan. It's a real shitstorm, baby. You don't know who got Wendy's best interest at all. You know, you just pray to God, and hopefully it's her son, and the son's father is protecting the son, and also he has to protect the mother to protect the son. That's what a father does. That's what a man does. But at the same time, it's a lot of money involved, and you know, he did a lot of shit to Wendy. You know, he messed all that. He is responsible for a lot of this shit, and he probably knew that Wendy would not survive without him, and he was just waiting for the chess pieces to fall or the dominoes to fall, and now he's picking them up, and now he's about to play. So y'all tell me. Yes, Silver Fox. That is very true. Very true. He gets a lot of money, but also we just need to know where Wendy's at. If Wendy is Wendy, if Wendy's even better than the Wendy we've seen before, that's the whole thing that counts, because then we'll know that she's aware of what's going on and what's happening. But right now, it just seems like with all these stories and Wendy not speaking, that, you know, pretty much, whoever can get to the bag first, whoever can get to the treasure chest first in this situation. Hell no, she ain't It's like, yo, we don't want you to talk about the case. We don't want to hear from a statement from the attorney. We want to hear from Wendy. We want Wendy to just show us that she is of sound mind. We want to see it. You know, Fargo's wants to see it as well, but we want to see it because at the same time, there's so much going on. Like, I didn't, you know, Wendy being involved with gossip and basically lives of other people, just like everybody else being other people's lives and other people's business, to think that at the end of the day, it's like this, well, we don't even know if Wendy's actually functional, like she's actually here. Like, at least like the cases that, you know, people get caught up or whatever the case is, you know, there's still like Angelique and, you know, her divorce settlement, Dr. Dre, like, you know, that these people are of sound mind. But in this situation, now you don't even know if she's of sound mind or even know what's going on. So that makes it even worse, because, you know, it's just like, So we shall see. We shall see. But please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, peep squad is in the building. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I just want to talk about this situation because it just seems like it's just getting out of control when it comes to Wendy Williams, these stories, these lawsuits, these allegations, all this stuff. And we still haven't heard from the queen herself. We still haven't heard from Wendy Williams. Like, oh, like what's going on? And I don't believe we're going to hear from her if all this possibly could be going on as far as, lawsuits, if she's going to sue, if she wants her job back, she's probably not going to say anything because she's old school and Kevin Hunter's old school. First you conquer, then you let the people know what you're doing. That could be the situation, or she might not be able to speak. So I guess time is only going to tell everything, I guess. At least we hope. But thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Have a good night. Thank you for coming through. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. For real, for real. What's up, my peeps, my peoples, peep squad?